When it comes to relationships, age is just a number, but attraction, admiration, and emotional chemistry, that's where the real magic happens. Younger women who are drawn to older men often express their feelings in ways that go far beyond words. It's not always about big speeches or clear signs. It's the small looks, the polite tone, the more meaningful conversations, and the way they act around him. These women don't just see an older man, they see steadiness, power, and a wise soul. In this video, we'll look closely at the quiet yet strong ways younger women treat older men when they're truly attracted to them. From the light in their eyes when they talk to him, to the soft way they touch his arm during a conversation, these are the true signs of connection. These times may seem little, but they are full of meaning. Prepare to discover the delightful psychological signs that often are missed, the tiny but powerful actions that show when a younger woman is falling, not just for a man, but for the world he represents. This isn't about make-believe, it's about real emotional truth, and it's time to know what's really happening under the surface. 1. Compliments on maturity and experience. One of the most obvious signs that a younger woman is sincerely attracted to an older man is the way she praises his maturity, wisdom, and life experience. But it's not just nice words, it's deep respect. When she admires the way he's dealt with life's problems, or how he speaks with clear thought and certainty, she's showing her admiration for his emotional intelligence. There's something very appealing about a man who's lived a lot, who's been through hurt, learning, winning, and missing things, and still remains tall, stable, and kind. She sees him not just as older, but as advanced. Someone who's been formed by time, not damaged by it. You'll notice how she listens in a new way. She moves closer, not just with her body, but with her heart when he speaks. Her eyes become bright, not because he's telling a funny story, but because he's telling what is real. She treasures his thoughts. She takes in his stories with real interest. She honors the power it took to get where he is, and she sees that power as a kind of silent, manly beauty. Her compliments go further than simple praise like, "You're so smart." Instead, she says things like, "I love the way you think," or "That's such a special way to see things." She looks up to his peaceful, steady way of handling disagreements. She might say, "You're so calm. How do you stay so balanced?" That's attraction mixed with admiration. And it's not just the words, it's her body movements, the gentle smile, the way she angles her head while listening, the long eye contact. These are the times when attraction goes above looks and goes deep into emotional respect. When she talks to her friends about him, she might not even talk about his looks. Instead, she'll say, "He just understands," or "He makes me feel so peaceful and heard." That's because his being there, made by years of living, makes an emotional safe place, a special kind of attraction that's built in deep thought and maturity. Make sure to watch until the very end to get all the valuable insights. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video.
2. Having deep, meaningful conversations. Different from the everyday talk that fills most regular interactions, when a younger woman is drawn to an older man, she doesn't just want to talk. She wants to connect deeply with her mind, with her heart. She's not keen on discussing the weather or the newest celebrity drama. Instead, she finds herself wanting conversations that expand her mind and affect her soul. She looks for those special, lasting moments where they go into rich topics, philosophy, human nature, the meaning of success, the pains that shaped them, the lessons that stayed. She becomes captivated by the way he explains things, not just what he knows, but how he knows it. His voice, calm and thoughtful, pulls her in, not with loudness, but with depth. And here's what makes it even more strong. He treats her as an equal. He doesn't ignore her ideas or talk above her. He welcomes her into his world, respects her opinion, and truly listens when she speaks. This makes something rare, a relationship built not just on chemistry, but shared growth, a meeting of minds. Her attraction is not just romantic, it's mental. She begins to see him as a teacher, a storyteller, a man with many levels of insight she's excited to explore. And he sees her not as a child, but as a smart, inquisitive soul, someone who tests and excites him. It's in these conversations where real intimacy is born, not in touch, not in gifts, but in comprehension. The way she leans forward when he thinks about his past, the way she laughs at a story from his younger days, the way they fall silent for a moment after a deep exchange, sharing that unsaid, remaining energy. Those are the silent flames that indicate a deep emotional connection. 3. Body language signs of attraction. When words aren't spoken, the body still speaks. And when a younger woman is attracted to an older man, her body language begins to change in subtle yet powerful ways. These differences might seem small to an unpracticed eye, but to someone watching carefully, they tell a lot. She might not even know she's doing it at first. A soft brush of her hand against his when giving over a cup, a gentle pat on his back when he makes her laugh. These easy touches aren't by chance. They're her way of checking closeness, showing warmth, and saying, "I feel safe with you." Her stance around him often becomes more open, loose shoulders, arms not folded, slightly leaning in. When sitting, she may pick the chair closer to him, even if others are free. In conversations, she might angle her head slightly, an ancient subconscious signal of curiosity and openness. And when he speaks, her eyes don't move away. They're fixed, full of light and attention. And then there's nearness. If she always finds ways to be close to him, walking next to him, sitting next to him at group events, lightly touching him in subtle ways, it's not luck. She's drawn to his energy, and nearness becomes her silent way of staying connected. When you combine these elements, eye contact, touch, nearness, they create a new language, a language of warmth, of interest, of chemistry. And that language often says more than her words ever could. To learn all the subtle signs, watch until the end. Please subscribe, like, and share this video.
4. Fun teasing and light flirting. One of the most enjoyable and clear signs of a younger woman's attraction to an older man is the way she flirts. But her method isn't loud or too much. It's subtle, pleasing, mixed with wit and warmth. She doesn't need to be too direct. Instead, she happily dances in the space between admiration and care. She might tease him about his know-how, joking with a twinkle in her eyes. "You've lived through more decades than Google's been around. How you know everything?" But under that humor lies real admiration. Her teasing isn't about making fun. It's about forming a link. She's saying, "I see your wisdom. I like it, and I'm not afraid to question it in a way that's fun and flirtatious." She may laugh and call him a walking encyclopedia, but what she's really doing is pointing out the difference between their ages, then turning it into a strength. She's not scared by his experience, she's drawn to it. And her teasing is her way of saying, "You interest me, and I want to be around you more." Her body language joins the fun. A soft push on the arm, a playful smile after a clever comment, or even a small wink when she sees him looking at her. All of it is on purpose. All of it is her way of creating a safe, interesting space where attraction can grow without pressure. This kind of flirtation, easygoing, respectful, and topped with admiration, creates a powerful emotional chemistry. It tells the older man, "You captivate me, you amuse me, and I want to be close to you, not just in my thoughts, but emotionally." Number 5, showing interest in his hobbies and interests. Another very telling sign. She starts asking questions about the things he enjoys, whether it's music, books, sports, cooking, woodworking, photography, hiking, or something totally uncommon. She arrives with a questioning heart and open ears. She might ask him about that old guitar resting in the corner of his room, not just what songs he plays, but how long he's been playing, who motivated him, why he stopped, and what made him start again. She's not making chit-chat. She's looking further into the things that make him who he is.
And when she takes part, whether that means watching a movie he suggests, walking beside him on a path, or even just listening to him talk about a book he loves, it's her subtle way of saying, I want to know you beyond the outside. I want to be part of your world. What makes this action powerful is how planned it is. She's not faking. She's truly interested, and that interest is driven by emotional attraction. By jumping into his hobbies, she's finding more than just his free time activities. She's learning about what gives him joy, what soothes him, what tests him. She might even ask him to teach her how to fish, how to like jazz, how to make the perfect cup of coffee. These requests aren't by accident. They're personal. They're her way of stepping into his space. And every shared hobby becomes a new string in the connection they're making together. Stick with us to discover all the secrets. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video.
Asking for his opinion or advice. One of the most sincere, psychologically deep signs of a younger woman's attraction to an older man is when she asks for his opinion or advice. Not from neediness, but out of deep respect. When she goes to him with questions, decisions, or worries, she's not just looking for an answer, she's looking for him. It could be something easy. Do you think I should take this job? Or what would you do if you were in my position? But beneath the surface, what she's truly saying is, your wisdom is important to me. I trust you. I treasure the way you think. And that trust is the doorway to intimacy. When she asks for his help, it's often in a voice softer than usual, thoughtful, almost respectful. There's a gleam in her eyes as she listens, not just to his words, but to the calm confidence behind them. In these instances, her admiration becomes more clear. She's opening a door to deeper connection, showing vulnerability and inviting him into the private rooms of her thoughts. She might agree slowly as he speaks, her eyes fixed on his, taking in every word. She might smile afterward, not just because she enjoyed his advice, but because she felt noticed, heard, safe. And when she acts on that advice or returns to it later, it's a plain sign that she values not only what he says, but who he is. This sharing also gives him a chance to tell from his life, a moment to think, to guide, to connect on a spiritual level. And for her, it creates emotional weight. The more she asks him, the more their link becomes strong. What starts as a question becomes an act of care, a silent thank you hidden in curiosity. 7. Trying to impress. When a younger woman is truly drawn to an older man, you'll notice something else. She starts to shine around him, not because she's overdoing it, but because she wants to appear as her best self. She wants to impress him not with big gestures, but with purpose, poise, and subtlety. Before meeting him, she may spend extra time picking an outfit, not because she feels she has to, but because she wants to. Maybe it's a timeless dress that shows her personality. Maybe it's a new hairstyle or just a little perfume that feels elegant and soft. Each decision she makes carries silent meaning. I want you to notice me. I want you to remember me. And he will, because her effort isn't loud, it's considerate. You may see her changing her posture when she walks into the room, standing a little taller, moving with quiet confidence. She's not wanting attention from everyone, just from him. She smiles more when she talks to him. She listens with real warmth. And when he compliments her, even subtly, you'll see her face brighten, not with pride, but with thanks. She might mention things he said in the past, showing she's been listening. She might give him something small, a book he once said he loved, a restaurant she recalled him mentioning. These deeds, though small on the surface, carry the emotional importance of someone who's paying attention, someone who's involved. This wish to impress isn't about shallowness, it's about being there. She's saying, you matter to me. I want to show you my best because you reveal the best in me. 8. Slight jealousy or protectiveness. When a younger woman is emotionally involved in an older man, you may notice something soft but certain. Moments of mild jealousy or quiet protectiveness. These aren't big outbursts or controlling behavior. Instead, they reveal themselves in glimpses, quick expressions, small shifts in tone, and protective feelings that come from care, not control. Imagine another woman enters the room and starts talking to him. The younger woman won't cut in, but she might become quiet,
Her eyes might move slightly toward the talk, her conversation stopping for a second as she judges the situation. She might gently adjust her body position to stay near him, or add a casual comment into the conversation, just enough to remind him, "I'm here, I'm part of this moment." Her subtle moves speak louder than words. She's taking emotional space, not with argument, but with quiet confidence. In group situations, she may lean closer or laugh a little more easily when he says something funny, confirming her presence and connection.
And suppose he mentions another woman in conversation. In that case, you might see her expression change ever so slightly. Maybe a stop before she responds, or a question to explain, as if needing to understand just how important that person is to him. She may also protect their bond in gentle ways. If someone speaks badly of him or makes light of something personal, she's quick to step in, not with anger, but with soft protection. She'll bring the focus back to his good points, share a story that shows him in a better light, or shift the tone to protect his emotional space. And when she shares private jokes or brings up shared moments in the presence of others, it's a subtle but powerful way of strengthening the closeness they have. It says, "This is ours. This connection is special." This protectiveness isn't based in fear, it's based in care. She feels something precious is growing between them, and her gentle protecting of that connection is her way of saying, "I don't want to lose what we have." It's quiet, but it's real. 9. Regular, comfortable communication and starting contact. Perhaps one of the most missed yet telling signs of a younger woman's attraction is her effort to regularly stay in touch. When she's drawn to an older man, she doesn't wait for him to follow her. Instead, she reaches out often, warmly, and with purpose. She may send him a text during the day, not just to ask something, but to share something. A joke, a memory, a photo, a thought that made her think of him. These little digital clues are more than conversation starters. They're connection builders. Her tone is easy, never forceful, but there's always care behind her words. She might say, "Just thought of you when I saw this," or "This reminded me of our conversation." These small notes carry a big message. "You're on my mind. I like sharing my world with you." Sometimes she'll call, not to have long, serious talks, but just to hear his voice, to laugh, to feel closer. And when she does, her tone is often soft, calm. She makes the call feel easy, like a natural part of their bond. More importantly, she starts contact. She doesn't play games or wait for 3 days to reply. She creates chances to meet in person. Maybe she suggests coffee, a shared activity, or just a walk. Not because she's uninterested, but because time with him feels important. Her communication is consistent, but never needy. She respects his time while still letting him know, "I value you. I want to be part of your day." Over time, these small but repeated gestures form a pattern, a pulse of emotional connection that beats even when they're apart. Every call, every message, every invitation is a quiet admission, "I want you in my life, not just in moments, but forever." When a younger woman is truly attracted to an older man, she doesn't always say it clearly, but her actions show everything. From the way she listens to the way she looks at him, from her thoughtful compliments to the warmth of her steady communication, she builds a bond based in respect, admiration, and emotional depth. She doesn't chase excitement, she seeks real meaning. She doesn't just fall for his experience, she's drawn to the man it's created. And through every shared moment, every meaningful conversation, every gentle touch and flash of laughter, she says without words, "I see you, I value you, and I want to build a life with you." Watch the entire video to fully understand these powerful signs. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with others who might need this insight.